morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Summer Sundays. Love it. I'm going to send you a little Palo Santo. Smells especially good today. Oh, so welcome to practice. It's me, Allison. Always a pleasure to be here with you. Today we are doing a flow called Holy Hips. Well, I was more like holy hips and then also holy hips because I do feel like there's going to be a fair amount of sensation experience today, as I think is the expectation with all like hips flows. I feel like we're really diving into some big muscle groups, which can hold a lot of tension. And the other aspect of that was sort of like holy hips. This is a very like sacred area of the body. It's the musculature around the pelvis, which is where the womb is contained, where our kind of like primary lower chakras are, the seat of creativity around like the second and third chakra. That's all sort of like hugged and supported by the hips region, also across the sacrum. So I always feel like when you're diving into the hip space, this center also of like emotion, it's sort of like a holy practice because there's just so much energy to be released. And then it's as we dive into that space and start releasing that energy, we can trigger that domino effect up the spine, which of course allows a nice free flowing river of energy up the spine and then throughout the body. So without further ado, let's get on the mat. We're going to start laying down today. Let's have 2 blocks ready for class and let's begin. We're going to start again laying down, and if you're using today's playlist, press play. So as you lay back, bend the knees, bring the feet to the floor. Heel toe the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees just fall into each other, to fall in on one another. Rest the hands on the belly. Just start to notice the breath. And starting with a little inquiry like, how does the body feel today? Or maybe when you landed in this shape, a certain sensation rose up to meet you. And whatever comes up, no need to label it's good or bad, tight or loose. It's just a matter of witnessing without judgment. Now take a deep, deep, deep breath in. Pause at the top of the breath. Sip in a little extra air. And then slowly release out the mouth. Excuse me. part the knees, keeping the feet wide, and then just let the knees fall over to the right. So you're in this kind of big staggered leg twist. Stack your right heel on top of the left knee. It's a little option to go deeper, or you can just keep both feet on the mat. Open the arms wide. Deep breath in. Out the mouth. Breathing into that left side. You might feel that opening up now. And now if your right heel is on top of your left knee, go ahead and leave it there. So like bring the left knee back to center so that you're in now a reclined figure 4 shape. If you need to, you can just come back with the knees and place the right ankle across the left knee, meeting us here. Gently press your right hand into the right thigh. Press down and away into that flesh there. Kind of like massaging the inner thigh. And if that's a good amount of sensation for the hip, you can just keep doing that, or you can draw the left knee in and interlace behind the left knee, behind the left thigh, excuse me, in reclined pigeon. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth. Lovely. Set your left foot down again as wide as the mat. The right foot down on the other edge. Opening your arms wide, let the knees fall to the left. And a nice big staggered twist. You can stay here or place the left heel on top of the right knee. For reclined pigeon, keeping that left heel in place, bring your right knee to center. Heel toe your foot to center as well. So we're here with the left ankle over the right knee. With your left hand, just start to press down and away into the fleshy part of your inner thigh. Creating a little warmth there too. As you exhale, you can go deeper and interlace hands behind the right thigh, giving yourself a little squeeze. Keep the feet flexed. Nice deep breaths. breathe in, open the mouth, exhale. Let's release the pose, setting right foot down, and then the left. And then draw both knees into your chest. Let's hold on to the back of the thighs. I'm going to rock and roll to tabletop, or you can just roll to your side if that feels a little more comfortable. Coming over the knees. Let's say grab for your blocks and place them towards the rear of your mat. And then we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Once you're in your down dog, bend deep into the right knee. Press your left heel into the mat. Deep breath in. Out the mouth. And we're going to shift into Ujjayi breath now. But if you do feel a bit of tension being released, and sometimes it's just like it could be an overwhelming feeling, you can just open the mouth and let out a nice deep sigh. Just let that tension ride on the breath out of the body. And as you breathe in, switch the legs, exhaling into that right heel as it presses into the mat. Beautiful. Back to downward facing dog. We'll just pause here. Any other little movements or things you like to do in your first dog, you can go ahead and explore that. And now, as you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Pausing in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Grab one of your blocks. Oh, wait, not yet. Sorry. Keep your blocks close by. We're going to inhale, lift halfway, maybe bringing your hands to the shins or even to the thighs if your legs are feeling extra tight today. Bring your hands to your hips and else bring yourself all the way up to standing at the back of the mat. Arms to the sky. Reach up and float your right knee into the chest. Settle your eyes somewhere and start to make some big hip circles with that floating leg. Out to the side, swing it down, cross up to the belly. Nice, hold that balance, you got it. One more big circle. And then setting that foot down next to the other, take a breath in, look up. Exhale, fold. Now grab for that block, placing it underneath your face. You can hold it with both hands if you like. Right knee is going to bend, left knee stays straight. You can try it without the block too. I just think it brings the earth a little closer. So you can really just focus less on the fold and really on the release in the hip, if that makes sense. And switch, left knee bends, right leg is straight. Beautiful, releasing that. Inhale, hands to shins or to thighs as you lift halfway. Exhale, hands to hips and rise up to standing. Arms to the sky, float your left knee into the chest. Steady your gaze and start circling that knee out and to the left. Beautiful. Starting to lubricate these joints, getting them ready for our flow. One more. And then set that foot down. Inhale, look up, reach your thumbs back. Fold. Bring your hands down to your block. Make sure that's under the face. And then bending into your right knee, straighten your left leg. With the right hand on the block, float your left arm up to the sky, creating a little twist. Now starting to invite that release up the spine. Twisting, definitely you can feel that release in the sort of like lumbar area, the sacrum area, through the belly. Exhale to switch, bending into your other knee, float your right arm to sky. Of course, you can have this block at any height. Beautiful. Open your heart, press into the back of your top hand to really rotate your heart open. Exhale back down to center. We're going to grab both blocks. Being very careful, place them under the hands, and we're just going to walk ourselves to plank pose. Beautiful. Drop your knees. Child's pose. With your hands on those blocks, let your head hang down. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Just one more breath here. And then rising up, place your blocks out to the side. Hands on the mat, downward facing dog. Looking forward, let's take a walk or a big step up to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise up, reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Nice deep breath in. Full and complete breath out. And now that we're nice and open, super stretched out, let's begin to flow with breath. Inhale, arms up. Toning the belly in, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, drop the knee, untuck the toes. Option to grab the blocks here. Bring them in closer to your front foot. Nice. Inhale the arms up. Look up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the mat or to the blocks for half Hanuman. Shift your hips back over your back knee, flexing your front foot. You could bring those blocks back with you. Feel your heart reaching towards the toes. Big round of breath here. Then inhale, bend back into the knee. Set your blocks to the side for down dog split. Exhale, left leg swings up and back. Bend the knee, fan the hip open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's flush through our vinyasa. First time, inhale, forward plank. We're going to lower to the belly for this one. Elbows shave the ribs. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift for cobra. Feel your heart reaching forward. Your hands sort of pulling back on the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hinge your hips to the sky. Big round of breath. Exhaling, bend the knees, look forward. Walk, step, or hop to your hands. Inhaling, flat back, lengthen the spine. And exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lifting your head. Exhale, left foot lunges, drop the knee, untuck the toes. Bring those blocks in. Inhale the arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana Asana. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Half split hamstring stretch. Flex your front foot to the sky. Bowing your heart to the toes. Big, big breath. Ooh, a lot of sensation in that leg, at least for me. Inhale, bend back in. Down dog split. Send your right leg all the way up and back. Bend the knee. Fan the hip open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank pose. Chaturanga or belly. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big round of breath. Exhale, bend the knees, travel forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthening up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise. Reach your arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. We just have a round of breath, a moment of stillness. Listening in, feeling. And we'll go again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, your right foot lunges all the way back. Drop the knee and untuck the toes. Bring the blocks in. On your breath in, rise. Send the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth or to your blocks. Shifting back for half Hanumanasana. Slide those blocks with you if you have them. Flexing the front foot. Heart bows to your toes. Then stay in your Hanuman, lift about halfway. Sort of like lengthen your spine. We're going to float the left arm up to the sky. Wait, is that right? Yes. Float your left arm up to the sky. Keep drawing that left hip back in space. Ooh, big IT band stretch, which you'll feel flowing up into the hip. Breathe. Exhale that hand down, bend into your front knee. Down dog split, sweeping the left leg all the way up and back. Bending your knees, stack them. And then if you want, you can flip your dog. Exhale, downward facing. Flowing through plank to the vinyasa. Big breath in. Let it out. And looking forward, we're going to travel forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, left foot lunges back, drop the knee, untuck the toes, bring your blocks in. As you breathe in, arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the blocks, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Just bowing in for a moment, feel that stretch. Your heart's reaching for the toes. Your toes are sort of like reaching right back. A little reciprocity there. And then lifting, lengthen your spine and float your right arm up to the sky. Really helps if that left hand is on the block to open this up. Breathe. Exhale the hand down, bending back into your front knee. Blocks to the sides, down dog split. Exhale, that right leg floats all the way up and back. Bend the knee, fan the hip open, and you can turn yourself inside out in a flip dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can stay right there or flush through the vinyasa. All the way back to downward facing. Let it go. As you inhale, drop your knees to the mat, coming into tabletop. Excuse me. From here, we're going to slide the right knee forward, like all the way up to the middle of your hands. And we're coming into a cow face variation of child's pose. So I'm going to send my left foot off to the left side. See if I can really explain this. And then I'm going to slide back into child's pose. And as I do, bringing that right knee in so that it stacks on top of the left. It's probably a much more concise way of saying all this. I like to fan my feet out to the sides as the hips sort of sink back and down. If this is a lot, it feels good to place a block under the hips just to sort of bring the earth again a bit closer. Your other block can be used as a support underneath the forehead. And then check in with the jaw, make sure it's nice and loose. Take another deep breath. And then move those blocks out of the way. Inhale, press up. We're going to just reverse this. Slide that right knee forward, back into tabletop. Give your hips a little wiggle from side to side. You can make some circles if that feels good, just to release, reset. And then coming back to tabletop, the left knee's going to slide forward. That foot goes out to the right side. And then stacking the knees, feet out to the side, sit back in a child's pose with cow face legs. You can use your blocks. Knowing that sometimes there's just differences in the sensation and the experience from side to side. Just noticing that, breathing into it. Your breath in, lift your head, move your blocks to the sides. Let's reverse, coming forward. Back to tabletop for a little free form, intuitive hip release. And we'll just press it back to downward facing dog. Nice. Just for our last standing sequence here, we're going to bend the knees, look forward, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. Make sure your blocks are now at the top of your mat so you can reach them. Bring them forward. I'm sorry about my throat. I'm sorry about my throat this morning. It's like very froggy. We're going to bring the hands to the hips here and float the right knee into the chest. Once again, flexing that right foot, figure four, place it over the left knee, sitting back and down in a figure four chair. Bring your hands to heart center. Settle your eyes somewhere. Sitting a little deeper. Breathe. Then inhale, rising back up. Bring the right knee into the chest. And then we're going to step this foot back, getting ready for a revolved triangle. So it's sort of like a shortened warrior one stance. That back foot is going to be at a 45-degree angle. Heels are kind of like on train tracks. That left toes are pointing forward. Grab your block. Place your left hand on your hip. Inhale your right arm up to the sky, and then twist your heart to your left foot. Exhale, reaching down, place that block to the outside of your front foot. So this is for the deeper twist. If you want to like back off a little bit or just start slow, bring it to the inside of your front foot. Nice. Open your heart, inhale your left arm to the sky. You can see this is our peak pose of class. We've definitely done a lot to prepare for this shape. Pull your left hip back. Maybe gaze to your top thumb or just to the horizon. Nice long neutral neck. Watch it's not flopping down to your shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out. Hold it. One more breath. Nice. Exhale the hand down. Warrior two. So step back a little bit. Open that foot to a parallel with the back of your mat. And inhale, open the arms wide, bending into your left knee. Adjust the feet. Take your time. Feel that like inner left thigh pressing downward a bit more. And exhale, left hand is going to come to that block, which should already be there. If it's not on the inside of your foot, place it on the inside of the foot. And send your right arm up to the sky. Beautiful. You can stay here in a bent knee triangle or send the arm overhead for side angle. Beautiful. I like to feel the back of my arms sort of pressing into the inside of the knee, allowing that to create a bigger rotation in the heart. Keep breathing. And then inhale, reverse, left arm to sky. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to down dog. You could stay or flush through the vinyasa. From downward facing, look forward, walk, step, or hop to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Cleansing breath. Hands to the hips. Find your drishti with the eyes and lift your left knee in. Figure four, cross the ankle over the knee, sitting back and down in your figure four chair. Nice long spine. Hands to your heart. Feel that stretch. Breathe into the hips. Beautiful. Last round, sinking a little bit more into the stretch. And then slowly rising, left knee to chest. Exhale, step back for revolved triangle. So it's sort of a shortened warrior one stance. Grabbing your block in your left hand, right hand to your hip. Inhale, send that block up to the sky. Twist to your front foot. Exhale, that block to the inside or outside of your front foot. Whatever you did on the first side, you can always adjust the feet, just a reminder. And with the hand on that block, open your heart. And send your right arm to the sky. Breathing. Last one. Exhale that hand down. Stepping your left foot back a bit more. Inhale, warrior two. Windmill the arms open. Breathe. Exhale, right hand to that block. Place it to the inside of your foot. Inhale, left arm to sky, or reach it overhead. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, reverse. Pressing away with that front foot, reach overhead. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. Downward facing dog. Moving through the vinyasa. This will be our final vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. As you exhale, let's hop to a seat. Whew. Great job. I feel like we did a lot of work today. The work is going to continue a bit. Okay. So just having your blocks nearby, we're going to build here to fire log pose. Double pigeon, sometimes called Agni Stambhasana. So to do that, we're going to start by extending the right leg forward and figure four cross the left ankle over the right knee. Okay, so you can already start supporting this. Bringing a block underneath that knee just to sort of bridge the space. Even if you don't need it, it feels good. I'm going to sit up nice and tall with hands on either side of the hips. And then hinging forward a bit. And just notice how that feels. If there's a ton of feedback in the hip, like this is a deep stretch, you can stay right here. If you'd like to go a bit deeper, then we're going to fold in the right leg. Stacking heel on knee, knee on heel. If you look down, there should be a triangle here in the negative space of your legs. Very deep hip opener for sure. So here you can bridge or place a block between the knee and the heel and fold. Or maybe you don't need it. You know, just listen in, see what's happening. Good. And the options are to sit up nice and tall in either shape or to hinge forward, again, which will create a deeper stretch, more sensation. Feet are super flexed, just press out from the heels. Heart is open as you fold. I'm not forcing anything here, just gently hinging in, breathe. Very slowly, we're going to release this first by sitting up, reversing right foot forward and left leg forward. Maybe jiggle it out a bit. And we're going to start with the right knee. The left leg is straight. Right ankle over left knee. Placing a block under the right knee, perhaps. Put arms on either side. Let's sit up nice and straight just to feel, shifting the awareness and the work to the right side. You can fold in to, again, just test those waters a bit more. And if it feels okay, then you can bend your left knee, stacking the shins. I say put the block in this space again, especially if you did on the first side, just to keep things even, applying the same support to both sides, even if maybe one side needs it more than the other. We're going to start with hands on the earth, nice and tall, and then you can hinge forward for more. Last big breath. And then slowly releasing this, unwinding, extend your left leg, extend your right leg, jiggle it out. Let's make our way onto our backs. Set your blocks to the side. Ooh, and as you lie back, knees bent, feet on the floor, we're just going to do one sort of sustained bridge here. Bring the arms by the sides, walk the heels in nice and close. If you want, you could place a block between the thighs just to create a little bit more of like an inward engagement, again, to support the hips, support the low back. Squeezing that block, inhale, lift your hips, bridge pose. Pressing away with the feet, walk the shoulders in and under, rising to the tops of the shoulders, keeping the chin tucked. You can interlace under the body as well. Here for about 10 breaths. Stay with it. Concentrate on the inflow, the outflow. Last round, make it count. And then slowly lower down. Draw the knees into the chest. Hold onto the shins. Rock side to side, massaging your low back. Let's close with a quick twist. Open the arms wide, set the feet down. Shift your hips over to the right and let your knees fall left. Left hand on the top thigh. Inhale through center. With the feet on the earth, hips to the left and knees to the right. Right hand on top. Inhale back to center. Happy baby. Draw the knees in. Holding the arches. Final release for the hips. Final neutralization for the spine. Breathing in and out. And then when you're ready, release. Making your way into Shavasana. Walking the shoulders down and away from your neck. We're going to take a moment once in Shavasana to just rock the head from side to side. Feel that massage on the skull. A final little invitation of energy up from the belly, up through, up from the hips, up through the belly, up through the heart space, and now up through the neck. You can kind of hang from side to side if you want to create a little bit of a stretch in the neck, very gentle. And then coming to center, settle in and take your rest. Starting to deepen the breath. Invite the awareness into the body with some movement in the fingers and toes. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Lengthen through your legs, draw the knees in. And rolling to your right or your left side, you can press up to a seated position. Arriving together with the gaze soft or the eyes closed. Just feel the breath moving down into the lungs, into the belly, swirling around in the hips. Nice and freely now. And then we'll bring the thumbs to the third eye and bow to honor each other. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy and your presence with me and the rest of the group. Namaste.